Welcome to a journey through time. Over the next 5 minutes, we explore the 10 most pivotal news events of the last century. From the birth of space travel to the dawn of artificial intelligence, these moments redefined the human experience. Our countdown begins in 1926. On March 16th, Robert Goddard launched the world's first liquid-fueled rocket. It flew for only 2.5 seconds, reaching just 41 feet, but it was the Kitty Hawk moment for space travel. Goddard proved that propulsion was possible in a vacuum, a concept many newspapers at the time mocked as impossible. This modest launch paved the way for the Apollo missions, global satellite networks, and the modern commercial space race. Number 2 takes us to October 1929. The Wall Street crash triggered a global economic collapse known as the Great Depression. Unemployment in the U.S. soared to 25%, leading to the New Deal and the modern social safety net. Ominously, the economic desperation in Europe provided the vacuum into which totalitarian regimes, like Hitler's, rose to power. This era fundamentally reshaped the role of government, shifting the world towards state-led economic interventionism. Event number 3 is World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history, involving over 100 million people. While the horror of the Holocaust exposed human depravity, the war's end introduced a terrifying new power to the world. The 1945 atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki ended the war but launched the nuclear age. This created the doctrine of mutually assured destruction, defining geopolitical strategy for over 80 years. Following the war, the signing of the UN Charter in 1945 marked the birth of a new international order. This period saw the sunset of empires. News of India's independence in 1947 signaled a massive shift in global power. In 1960 alone, 17 African nations gained independence, permanently redrawing the global map. Power transferred from colonial capitals to a multipolar world, creating the influential political bloc we call the Global South. In July 1969, 1/5 of the world's population watched the pinnacle of the space race. Neil Armstrong's first steps onto the moon were more than just a political victory for the United States. It gave us the blue marble perspective, the first high-quality images of Earth from space, catalyzing the environmental movement. It was a rare moment where a news event truly united the entire planet in awe of human achievement. In November 1989, the world watched as East German citizens began tearing down the Berlin Wall. People celebrating on top of the Berlin Wall, chipping away at the concrete. It marked the end of history, where liberal democracy appeared to be the final form of human government. While it ended decades of bipolar tension, it also released long-suppressed ethnic and regional conflicts. Simultaneously, at CERN, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, making the internet accessible to the public. By the mid-1990s, the information revolution was in full swing, changing how we shop, work, and communicate. This changed human life more drastically than the printing press. It democratized information on a global scale. Today, the web has evolved into an AI-driven environment where truth is often fragmented by algorithmic silos. The September 11th attacks in 2001 killed nearly 3,000 people and fundamentally changed global security. It launched the global war on terror, leading to long-standing military invasions in Afghanistan and Iraq. The fallout included the normalization of mass surveillance and a permanent shift in the balance of civil liberties. The world entered a new era of heightened security that remains a defining feature of life in the 21st century. In 2020, the emergence of COVID-19 led to the most significant global health crisis in over a century. The pandemic forced the first-ever global lockdown, causing millions of deaths and disrupting every aspect of life. It saw the record-speed development of mRNA vaccines, showcasing the incredible potential of modern science. It also exposed the fragility of global supply chains and accelerated our transition to a digital-first economy. Finally, the public release of advanced AI models in late 2022 triggered a technological Big Bang. AI has moved from a novelty to a systemic force, influencing labor markets, elections, and human cognition. This coincides with a new global order, a fragmented world where superpowers compete for dominance in technology and resources. As we reach 2026, the very nature of truth and work is being reshaped by the tools we've created. The last 100 years have seen more change than perhaps any other century in human history. From Goddard's 41-foot flight to the edge of the universe, our reach has expanded beyond imagination. We have faced unprecedented crises and achieved unimaginable heights, all while becoming more interconnected. As we look toward the next century, the lessons of the past 100 years will be our most valuable guide. Thank you for joining us for this special look at the moments that made our world. History is still being written. What will the next century bring?